Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Andrew.
And we want to personally invite you to become part of an exclusive group of Christians who are changing the world together with the hope of Jesus Christ.
We call this exclusive gospel club the Patreons, and today we want to share with you how you can make a huge impact in the lives of millions of people who haven't heard of Jesus Christ.
That's right. Take a look at this video right now. Right now, there are more people on Facebook than there were on the planet 100 years ago. The planet Earth is more connected than ever before. Videos go viral. 80% of internet users own a smartphone. Content gets viewed by millions in just hours. And there's no limits to your audience. Countries are borderless. 5 billion people have a mobile phone. And the world is set for a Jesus movement, like the world has never seen before. You and I are living in the biggest communication shift in 2,000 years. Amazon has no stores. Uber owns almost no cars. Facebook creates no content. Airbnb owns no real estate. And Netflix is not a TV channel. The way people hear about Jesus is also changing too. 1billion.org is on the cutting edge of delivering Jesus to the masses through social media and smartphones. Its plan is to give every person on earth in every nation the opportunity to come to Jesus right on their smartphone. And we also want to do it 1 billion times. Think about it. We want to share Jesus with 1 billion people.
Our dream.
We are excited to take the next few minutes to share our vision with you. You know, our dream is to see 1 billion people saved by 2050, which would make 1billion.org the largest gospel outreach in history. But we need your help.
We need businessmen and women with a passion to reach people for Christ, to empower this movement. And we can't wait to share how we can team up in a couple of minutes.
Andrew and I are founders of a Christian organization called 1billion.org. You know, our name says it all, 1 billion, right? Our dream is to share Jesus with 1 billion people by 2025 and then see 1 billion people saved by 2050.
Let me share our story with you. I was a missionary for over 10 years, traveling the world and sharing Jesus with a ministry called YWAM.
And I was in the business world for over 10 years. I co-founded an online marketing agency that marketed some of the top companies online around the world.
As friends, Jordan and I would pray together weekly for God to move in our lives. And one day God spoke to us to share Jesus together online. So we started with filming testimonies of people sharing their stories about how God saved them. We posted them online, and the next thing we knew, people were getting saved.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, you know, more people were coming to Christ than we had ever expected. And it was a moment that God spoke to us that we were going to reach 1 billion people for Christ.
Wow. Why are we doing this? You know, Jordan and I both believe that the most important decision that anyone can make is to invite Jesus Christ into their life. We realize that seeing 1 billion people come to Christ is a big dream. And for that reason, we can't do it alone. With 1 billion, we have people in web and video development, social media marketing, graphic design, and other pastors and ministers. And we also have a follow-up team for each person we reach online. So when a person comes to Christ, we have real people who take the time to find out their needs and help connect them to Christian resources that they need. More about us.
Here are a few photos of us traveling to 24 countries?
24 countries.
24 countries and filming stories of Christians in over 39 different languages. This is us in Israel, Turkey, Mexico, Indonesia, and us flying to Tanzania and then filming here in Germany.
We have a lot of people around the world that have joined us in this ministry to share Christ. In just 4 years, we filmed over 610 videos.
Wow.
And we use these stories to run video ads on Facebook and Instagram. So when a person sees a sponsored video advertisement, they can click on it and it takes them to our 1billion.org website where they can hear the gospel and can make a decision right then to follow Christ.
Pretty amazing.
It's amazing what 1billion.org has been able to accomplish in the last 4 years. In 2018, 1billion.org began, and since, we've seen over 1 million people saved in 192 nations, including ones like Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, places where missionaries can't go. And today, 1 billion has seen over 78 million gospel visits, 1 million salvations, 172,000 Bibles distributed, 610 videos created, and we've gone to 24 countries.
It's truly amazing. You know, with that, we've also been able to translate our follow-up course, The 7 Steps, into 39 languages. And we've also have 2,500 enrolled in our Year of Discipleship online school. And not to mention the hundreds of messages that we receive daily asking for guidance, prayer, and resources. With so many new believers coming to Jesus daily, you know, we also have decided to start a weekly church service that broadcasts internationally online.
You can see our impact in real time too on a map we've created. Just go to 1billion.org/world to see lives being saved around the world in real time. It's something that's amazing to see. Where we are going.
We have this saying at 1billion.org, your dream plus our dream equals God's dream.
Yep.
You know, what's your dream? Every person has a dream, but what is yours? What does God want to do through your life? You know, you're a Christian, you've been saved, but now what? Take a few moments right now to write down what you hear God speak to you about what your dream is.
Yeah, that's so important. And our dream is to simply share Jesus with 1 billion people by 2025 and see 1 billion people saved by 2050.
Your dream plus our dream equals God's dream.
God has a huge dream called the Great Commission. It's summed up in Matthew 28:19 through 20. And it says, "Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age."
Think about that word together. What does it mean?
God wants us to do His dream together with Him and with each other. We weren't meant to do this ministry alone, so let's team up together. Why not team up together and reach more people for the glory of God? Who are the Patreons?
What is a Patreon? Let me share a story with you. Imagine if you did not have a Bible in English. How would you come to know Jesus or even grow in a deeper relationship with God? Well, there are two people that we need to thank for the English Bible, and their names are William Tyndale and a businessman you probably never heard of. His name is Humphrey Marmite.
So God called William Tyndale to translate the Bible from Latin into English so he could reach London for Christ. And when Humphrey met him, he partnered with Tyndale, giving him the funds each month he needed until the English Bible was finished. And thank God it was.
Thank God.
Years later, William Tyndale's Bible in English helped ignite the Protestant Reformation, and Tyndale would later die for his faith. Everyone knows about Tyndale, but few people know about the business Patreon who funded the ministry. Without Humphrey, there would be no English New Testament Bible.
And we are here today to share in God's work together.
We want to personally invite you to be a part of this exclusive group of Christians who will fund the gospel by becoming a Patreon.
Who are the Patreons? The Patreons are a collection of radically generous entrepreneurs, artists, influencers, and business leaders who fund 3 overhead critical costs of the ministry. What are they? Well, it's leadership salaries, team salaries, and facility production needs.
And by committing to annual support for operational funding, members of the Patreons allow our team to plan for the future and create efficiency and stability in our ministry. Ultimately, Patreon members are faithful and generous visionaries. They know a ministry can't operate without expenses.
Right.
They trust us with their donations, enabling us to hire talented team members and keep us accountable for operating a fruitful and effective ministry. But more than that, they pray for our mission and join us in our calling to reach 1 billion people for Christ across the globe.
A Patreon's suggested giving level is $12,000 a year, or just $1,000 per month.
As a Patreon, you will help us reach 2 huge goals. Number 1, to share Jesus with 1 billion people by 2025. How amazing is that?
That's amazing.
And number 2, to see 1 billion people saved by 2050. 36 Patreons will make us fully sustainable.
36 Patreons will make us fully sustainable. With 36 Patreons funding the foundations of this ministry, that means 100% of every donation given will then go to outreach.
So what will you be funding as a Patreon? That's a great question. We have 3 checkpoints as a ministry that need to be funded to get us to full sustainability. Checkpoint number 1, funding Jordan's salary. This position will take care of running the day-to-day operations, optimizing and making every part better, and establishing a strong foundation that will build a long-lasting ministry for years to come. To fund checkpoint number 1, we need 8 Patreons.
Checkpoint number 2, funding the team. You know, every good organization needs a good team to make the ministry run with effectiveness. You know, I call this the 3 E's: effective, excellent, and efficient. Funding the team is critical to growing. To fund the checkpoint number 2, we need 9 Patreons.
That's it? 9 Patreons. Well, we can do that. Checkpoint number 3 is funding the facilities and production. Every day we're filming videos. Some days we film up to 15 videos, and we run outreach campaigns. It takes software, film equipment, cameras, and a content team for social media. To fund checkpoint number 3, we need 19 Patreons.
36 Patreons is all we need to be fully sustainable, and then 100% of all donations goes to reaching the 1 billion people.
You are helping us build the foundations of a global ministry that will make history, and we want you to be a founding member with the Patreons. Benefits of joining the Patreons. What are the benefits of joining the Patreons? Isn't that a good question?
I want to hear now.
This is the exciting part. When you join the Patreon team, you get number 1, access to our leadership team and personal prayer. We want to take care of you. Number 2, quarterly video updates on the ministry activities and direction. And 3, annual in-person meetups to see the ongoing impact. And finally, 4, become a founding member of the world's largest outreach in history. Take action.
So, what are your next steps? Well, there are 3 ways that you can join us. Number 1, donate. We know that you're busy, and if you want to give, then you can give at 1billion.org/give.
And number 2, call. We can schedule a call to discuss any questions, concerns, or thoughts that you have.
And then number 3, join. You're all in. Today, you want to become a patron and join our team.
Wow, that's exciting. And if you are ready, email us, text us, or call us now. Our information is available here.
Andrew and I want to personally thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation.
We look forward to working with you. God bless.